this is my experiences on eBay, and today we have a special guest. We have my brother, and he is gonna enlighten you folks about sourcing and the importance of it when running an eBay business. So, Ed, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me, Joe.
So, I considering that now is the time to source, or any time is the time to source. What's your advice that you give these people who are listening?
Yep. Okay. Well, good question, Joe. So it's really boils down to numbers, right? Meaning like, you gotta hit the pavement. Okay. You gotta look at a lot of stuff. Okay. Like a lot of people think they're gonna go like go to one one garage sale, like one flea market, and they're just gonna find this treasure, right? It does happen. There's things out there, but it takes table by table, right? It takes garage sale by garage sale. Okay, that's really, I'd say, the first pointer to give you, to say is, it does take hard work. There's no free lunch here. You got to roll up your sleeves. You gotta go out there, and I'd say it's a numbers game.
I mean, I have to ask you a question. What's your advice to the people who are struggling with this inflation and struggling with this, gas situation and whatever? Like, what's your advice to them you know, if the market, let's just say now, I think it's a good time to, like, buy because they're trying to get rid of the stuff now to do whatever. What would your advice be with that? Like, with timing with that?
Well, I mean, if you're asking like in terms of like gas, like going out there and actually like spending money on gas to go, it is part of the cost of doing business. I don't see like for the stuff I do, like first I'll just kind of preface like I hit I mean, there's really big three main places I go to find my stuff, right? So right now, I'd say it is garage sale season. The weather is nice again. People are having them. So that's really I'd say the right now the priority for me because I mean I kind of call it like amateur hour because it's not like you have like sometimes you do come across like resellers and know exactly what they have, but then you have like folks that just are cleaning out the garage, right? They may or may not know what they have.
I mean,
Okay.
excellent point. They're cleaning out their garage, meaning like they're looking to turn an extra buck. They might panic due to like I say they might panic due to they might like have feel they feel the need to say, oh, I need to sell, I need to buy this, I need to buy that. That would be a good opportunity to start buying and then reselling.
Yeah, well, the thing is this, like, I don't think you just want to buy just to buy. Like, you want to
Yeah, well,
buy,
yeah, that's true.
so there's a few factors here. Like I said, the first thing I said from the podcast, number game, but also too, like, you also need to have like after you learn one thing, right? You have get a good understanding. I know that you're good with like LJN wrestlers. You have an idea. Well, not everybody does, right? Well, there's other categories as well that you can kind of figure out. And once you start like you kind of say, okay, well, I get an understanding of this, I get an understanding of that, and understanding. You start building like your knowledge base,
Repertoire, yeah.
and then you start going, like you start seeing certain things, and it's not that it's like this thing where it's like, oh, I know exactly it's going to be this much or that much. It's just like you have an idea, and also too in terms of what you're paying. So there's certain things like I'll go through like my morning. What I was going to try to say before is there's all types of things I do. Like right now, yard sales are big, but I regularly, this is year round, do flea markets. There's a flea market near my house that I hit up. This is what I did this morning. I did not do any garage selling, today. I just did the flea market, so I went there.
Yeah.
And tell you what I picked up. So, one thing I picked up was a VCR, right? And I know names like Panasonic is a big quality name. Now, when it comes to that kind of stuff, a lot of people, they don't want to mess around with it because packing is more pain in the butt, right? So they don't want to mess around with in terms of like that stuff. So it means there's less competition, right? I find there's better margins too, that kind of stuff, because since people don't want to mess around with it, and also too, people think it's like outdated technology. Sometimes they give it away. So really, my buy price in my head is $5. If I get it for $5 and under, I'm gonna buy it, right? Unless it looks like this is total garbage and it's a messed up brand.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah. I got you.
For me, is when I bring it back, I'm gonna test it and fully test it, and if it works, it might be something that I mean, potentially, could net me 40, $50, from a $5 investment. But if it doesn't work, then the worst case scenario is I'm out $5. Okay. So that was one thing that I bought today. Another thing I bought, I bought these. I bought three things, right? They're all electronics. So, there's a guy that I bought from the past, and I made money from in the past. So it depends. Some people they focus on some things. Some things they just get and they just say, okay, I just want to get money for it, right? So, another thing was like a black and white TV, small little black and white TV. So, just because I kind of went down this area, now I have not sold any yet, but there's some that are sold, they're selling for, in like, the range of like $100.
Wow.
So, in that kind of range. So this is a nice compact Sony one that I picked up. Altogether, I paid $11 for that particular one. But in my head, like, I'm thinking, okay, like, given the brand and given like what it looks like, it's in great shape. Chances are I'm going to sell it for $100. I mean, you can list it for in that range of like $100. So, so I took the plunge, I did it, and then the other one was like Panasonic, and they're bigger. Like, people don't want to mess around with that stuff. Like, the things people look for things.
Well, yeah, big. Yeah, I mean, I have to say, big things like that are intimidating. You worry about the space, you worry about like the shipping. It's like this is something that I discussed in the first podcast that hasn't aired yet. It's like it was free ship to shipper to free ship or not free ship, but I'll discuss this. It was like some things may be heavy with shipping. It was another podcast I think that I did. I think on the LJN figure, like you when you do the shipping, you want to make sure everything goes right with the shipping, because if that item comes back to you and you have to ship again, you might lose out on that money.
Exactly. You're exactly right. So the thing is this, like, people want to mess around with the bigger stuff because, like, it costs a lot. Like, if you're going to ship out, especially if you're living in the East Coast, you ship out to California, the thing is heavier and bulkier. It's a real pain to actually pack it the right way.
Yeah.
You have to know what you're doing, because if you don't, chances are it's gonna get bumped and all that kind of stuff. And it breaks. It does break. Like, I've gone on a path where I thought I packed it well. Just pure bubble tape doesn't do it. Like, you're talking about small little items, one thing. When you're talking about bigger, bulky items, you have to really pack well. And it does cost money because you have to do like, multiple rounds of like big bubble wrap. Multiple meaning like I do 3 or 4, right? So you're literally going through like a roll, okay? And you're spending your time doing it. And on top of it, you'll figure out like sizing boxes, okay, and make sure it's compact. Like, so it's a real process that everybody knows how to do well. But then when you're all said and done with it, you take your shipping, and your shipping could be $200, $20, $30, upwards of $40, depending on what you're selling. And you put yourself out there, because when you send it out, like, somebody can just say, oh, it's wrong, and then what are you gonna do?
Since
Back, and then they're gonna send it back the right way. You're gonna pay for the shipping on top of it. Like, it's a risk when you're doing that kind of stuff, but
since we're getting into the topic, could you hold on the phone real quick?
Sure, Joe.
We might. I think it would be a good segue for another podcast. You could discuss how you ship that item. That would be a good think for it, and then I can let you get going.
Okay.
Hold on, let me because we're at the 10-minute mark. I try to cut these podcasts short. You can find my eBay store at from the links below. It's Wolfman Joe Toys and Media and Joe Macho 679. And if you want to add an eBay store, if not, it's up to you. You want to?
It's okay, Joe. It's okay.
Okay. Well, there you have it. This is a podcast on sourcing. Next podcast, we'll talk about how you ship big items such as a VCR, a TV, or something like that for what you eBay people should know, and my brother will discuss about that. Have a good day, and till next time.